What's up everyone, this is Ryan from fistfulofpotions.com and I'm here to give you a quick tutorial on how to get any PS1 game that is currently available on the PSN to work on your PS Vita. Alright, before we get started, you're going to need System Software 1.80, which has already been released here in the US. System Software 1.80 allows the Vita to emulate the PS1 and adds an array of other new features like the ability to operate the system via the directional pad, which was a great idea, just horribly executed. See our weekly podcast for more on that. Unfortunately, you cannot download the games directly from your Vita, as there are only 9 games currently officially available, which is where your PS3 comes in. The PS3 is compatible with all of the currently available PS1 games, which means you can transfer them from your PS3 to the Vita. However, there's a catch. There's always a catch. Due to the way that the Vita reads files from the PS3, any pre-installed file will not show up as a transferable file. So in order to transfer the PS1 file, you will need to find the game that you want on the PS3's PlayStation Store and then re-download it. Once the game is finished downloading, do not install it. Just leave it in the bubble. Also, if you use the Turn System Off After Downloading feature, the PS3 may install the files automatically before it shuts down. I recommend that you just leave the system on while it downloads. Once you have the bubble version of the PS1 game you want, go back to your Vita and select Content Manager. Drill down into the PS1 games, and now the uninstalled games should show up for transfer. It's also worth noting that this method works with PSP games and minis that are not currently available for the Vita. As far as we can tell, all of the PS1 games should work on the Vita. We were unable to test them all, but that brings up another noteworthy point. You may be asking, but Ryan, if these games work, why isn't Sony putting them up on the store? Aren't they even losing money over this? That's a great question. The reason Sony isn't releasing them all at once is the exact same problem that's holding us back from confirming that all of the PS1 games will work. Playtesting. Somewhere at Sony, there's an office where a random Sony employee is playing PS1 games on a Vita, making sure that everything works correctly. As he finishes the games get added to the roster. While we don't have an exact quote from Sony on this, as Sony has chosen not to comment on this issue, it's honestly the only logical explanation for this. Alright, thanks guys for tuning in. Please subscribe at the top and comment below. Also check out our site at fistfulofpotions.com, as well as our weekly podcast, which can be found on iTunes. And I'll see you guys next time.